Today's story is about Brandon Swanson. Now this one is hard to believe and one that will leave you truly guessing what has happened. It's a mysterious and frightening story that delivers a solid rabbit punch right when you just don't expect it. But be warned, this one will leave you puzzled and astonished in equal measure. So this one starts shortly after midnight on May the 14th, 2008 in Marshall, Leon County, Minnesota, United States, where Brandon Swanson, who was 19 years old at the material time, drove his car into a ditch on his way home on his 30-mile trek after celebrating at a party for the end of spring semester and graduation with fellow students from the Minnesota West Community and Technical College campus. Now, for some reason, he was taking his Chevrolet car across gravel roads, even though the highway between the two towns was a straight route from north to south. It was believed that he may have taken this route as it was more of a fun ride, and perhaps he wanted to avoid any state troopers along his journey just in case he'd had a few drinks. After driving into the ditch, Brandon, who was uninjured, then got out of the vehicle and called his parents on his cell phone. But unsure of his exact location, he told them where he was, but it was believed that he eventually got tired of waiting and instead started to walk towards Marshall on foot. Brandon remained on his phone with his dad for 47 minutes, and then around 2:30 a.m. as he was speaking, he claimed to his dad to see lights or something nearby, but suddenly screamed, with his final words being, "Oh shit!" And then the line went dead. And Brandon Swanson has not been seen or heard from since then. Nothing. Gone forever. His parents, Annette and Brian Swanson, then drove out to pick him up in their pickup truck a short while afterwards, but were unable to locate him. Just a few hours later at 6:30 a.m. and having not heard from their son, Swanson's parents then reported him missing to the police, who instead told them to wait, as such behaviour was not uncommon for young men of his age. One officer even had the audacity to say that it was Brandon's right to be missing due to his age. And it was later that day that the circumstances of his disappearance became more complicated when his cell phone record showed that he had been near Porter, 25 miles from where Swanson had said that he was, in a completely different direction. Now, it's not known whether Brandon was aware of this discrepancy when he talked to his parents, and the information also led to the discovery of his car near Taunton. There was nothing else found amiss with the car, and due to the grass and the gravel in the area surrounding the car, there were no tracks and thus no way to tell what direction that Brandon might have started from. There were several different explanations as to his sudden disappearance, including foul play not being ruled out, being abducted, being attacked, falling on the rugged terrain, intentionally disappearing, and even accidentally falling into the Yellow Medicine River near where his car was found and where he may have drowned. The state's Department of Natural Resources were also deployed along the river to see if he'd actually drowned, but again to no avail. And to this day, no one knows what happened to him. No body has been found. None of his belongings have been found. Nothing. He just disappeared into thin air, and the mystery enshrouding this still remains as is. There has been no conclusive evidence regarding Swanson's whereabouts, and his sudden disappearance leaves his fate enshrouded in mystery and intrigue. This case triggered a massive search operation, drawing attention to the challenges and the complexities of missing person cases. Now, since Brandon's disappearance, land searches with many resources, extensive search parties with and without dogs have continued in the area for several years. His parents even successfully lobbied the state to subsequently pass a bill called Brandon's Law, which requires that police begin investigations of missing adults promptly and without any unnecessary delay, almost like a golden hour, a critical time span whereby crucial clues could help to expedite any search investigation. Now, the effects of this change also required the police, in addition to determining in their preliminary investigation that the reported person is indeed missing, determine whether that person is potentially in dangerous circumstances. They must also notify other nearby law enforcement agencies promptly, so thus you have this joint up working. Brandon's Law also clarifies that the agency taking the report is now the lead agency investigating the case, and this stands as a testament to the impact of Swanson's case on public policy and the ongoing commitment to improving search and rescue operations. In the very heart of Minnesota, The unexplained disappearance of Brandon Swanson in 2008 has woven an intricate tapestry of sadness, mystery, befuddlement, fear and unresolved questions, and has quickly become one of the state's most perplexing cold cases. A cold case trail that has shuddered to a disturbing halt. After all, what did Brandon see that fateful day when he uttered his final words? "Oh shit." What was it that at that very juncture caused him to disappear from life just like that? What darkness descended on Brandon's soul that night? How did he meet his fate? This one is confusing and very, very unsettling. This disturbing story of Swanson's vanishing is not only a tale of a missing person, but one that has captivated many, many people, and one that has triggered legislation change, sparked widespread speculation, and left a permanent and indelible mark on the true crime genre. Did something inexplicable happen to this young lad that tragic night for him to never be seen again? This was the night that changed everything for the Swanson family and piqued the interest for those of us intrigued by what really could have happened that tragic night.